Welcome to a quick update on the Patterson Road Access Control Plan. My name is Trent Prawl and I am the city's Public Works Director. Patterson Road has been one of the backbones of the Grand Valley since it was constructed in the mid-1980s. As our community continues to grow, we need to look at methods to preserve traffic flow and maintain safety of the corridor. One of the keys to increasing safety and maximizing the life of the four-lane arterial is through access management. An access control plan is a planning tool for the entire corridor to study and identify where access points should be located on a corridor, as well as what type of accesses, whether those be right in, right out, a three-quarter access, which would be a left in and a right in, right out, or a full motion access, as exists across the corridor for many points today. The plan provides predictability and increases transparency with various user groups, whether they are existing property owners, someone looking to develop, or users of the corridor. The plan is what the corridor will evolve to over the next 20 years. There are no funds identified yet for implementation, although transportation impact fees are anticipated to fund a share of the improvements. The city is not proposing to construct medians down 7 miles at Patterson in the next few years, but rather as redevelopment occurs, safety issues arise, or an intersection is reconstructed, the city will have a plan for access already developed. Since the February 23rd Planning Commission meeting, we have increased our reach to almost 2,600 recipients along the corridor and held a number of neighborhood meetings that have provided more insight into how each neighborhood accesses Patterson Road. Just a quick review of the legend that you'll see on the upcoming maps. I wanted to point out that the new exhibits include pink arrows, which highlight areas that have changed based on public feedback received and reviewed with our consultant team. Changes in the revised plan are identified with these pink arrows as we move forward. Starting on the west end, just a couple of highlights here. Access number 1 was converted to right in, right out, conditioned upon, that would change upon redevelopment, at which point it would close. But they needed that for circulation of semi-trucks through the storage facility there. Similarly, with access number 3, that was conditioned upon some other improvements happening here at I-70B that would allow some left turns to more safely happen there for people to be able to access back to Patterson Road. Here on access number 53, which is east of 25.5 Road, there was a condition of that three-quarter that was removed based on new development that's happening there in the corridor right now. Moving our way further east towards St. Mary's and the Mira Vista, Bel Air Drive neighborhood. Here we had a number of changes there reflecting the neighborhoods, as well as St. Mary's concerns with some of the original proposed accesses in through there. Moving our way further east, we're east of 7th Street at 26 3/4 Road, and that has been established as a full motion that would eventually be restricted to a 3/4 access only if there were operational issues with that. Closer to 12th Street, we've been working closely with the property owners there just west of 12th Street and south of Patterson on some modifications to the access points there and hoping to encourage some cross access in between some of the properties. And then with Patterson Gardens over closer to 15th Street, we now have a left in at exit 1 or at entrance or access point 129. Moving over to the Manti Heights area, there just west of 28 1/4 Road, a number of concerns were raised at a neighborhood meeting there, and we've provided some more modification there, including a full motion access at Mountain View Drive, as well as a safety right in, right out there at Santa Fe Drive. A lot of this is also predicated on a connection happening through redevelopment that would tie Manti Heights over to Rio Grande Drive which gets the neighborhood over to 28 1/4 Road for safer access westbound onto Patterson Road. And then lastly, as far as the highlights I'm going to show here are Chrismar subdivision, which is proposed as a conditional full motion access until such point that there is a connection from the extension of Benito easterly through Penny Lane over to 29 1/2 Road. And other changes that I would encourage you to look at are happening there at Broken Spoke and Gherkin Road and Grand Valley Drive as well. In regards to next steps, City Council will discuss the item on May 19th, and as well as receive public comments and provide direction to staff. Planning Commission is proposed to hear the plan on June 8th, and then City Council would formally hear the item, receive public input, and vote on adoption then on July 7th. All slides are available through GJ Speaks, and we encourage you to take a look and provide comments. I appreciate your time and your interest.